If you desire to experience a sense of stability, especially with the unstable world that we're living in, I'm going to just share with you a very quick practice that you can use to bring yourself back into the present moment. So, oftentimes, when we are being impacted by the instability, either in our relationships or in the world and the circumstances that we're inside of, we can quickly shift into that sympathetic nervous system response, and we can have different emotions arise. Oftentimes there's fear that is present when there is a sense of uncertainty and instability, ungroundedness, and we can kind of even perpetuate the pattern by wanting to grab onto something and wanting to have more information, or going deeper into the news, or going down the rabbit hole of what's really happening in this maybe area of the world, or and so our minds can get very active, and so we can really spin out of the present moment. And in order to come back to our own presence, because without presence we cannot really make conscious decisions and choices in our lives, and we can't really move forward in a way that feels constructive, supportive, not only to ourselves but also to people in our lives. So if you want just a very quick gentle practice, even on the go, the invitation is for you to first and foremost to allow yourself to um, slow down and to feel your feet on the floor, whether you are standing or you are seated. See if you can allow yourself to feel your feet on the floor. Feel the support of the earth and the ground underneath your feet. And see if you can release your feet down towards the ground and the earth, letting your feet make full contact with the ground and the earth. If you feel like you need to rock from side to side to experience this kind of a soothing sensation, allow your body to move from side to side. Next, I invite you to place one or both hands on your belly and see if you can let the breath move down into your belly. And if it doesn't move down into the belly, just let the breath be a little bit, let it go a little bit deeper than it usually does. So if it gets stuck somewhere in the throat, see if you can allow it to land maybe in your heart space. If it's already in the heart, let it move beyond your diaphragm into your belly. And once again, if rocking feels good to your body, like my body's rocking forward and back right now, if that feels supportive and soothing to you, you can also do that as well. It's not about forcing the body to do anything. It's more about paying attention to what the body naturally wants to do, how the body naturally wants to move, or maybe be in stillness. And next, I invite you to connect to your breath and feel the breath. Feel the inhalation and feel the exhalation. If you can't exhale through the mouth, let the exhalation happen through the mouth. Beautiful. And lastly, if you have something around you that you can hold in your hands, like I'm just going to take a cup of tea and it's warm right now. So I'm just going to hold this cup of tea in my hands. And if you have maybe a crystal or maybe a soft pillow or feather or something that you can just hold in your hands, I invite you to do that and feel the texture of this object that you're holding. And just let yourself ground in this present moment. letting go of everything around you, and dropping into yourself. Great. And you might touch into a sense of quietness, internal quietness or stillness, or you might start to be aware of all the activity inside of you, all the, maybe emotions or thoughts or physical sensations that are really present and alive within you. Wherever you're at is totally fine. Just practicing self acceptance right now. There's no wrong way of doing it. Beautiful. All right. You can stay here, and if you feel ready to complete the practice, just invite you to, even open your eyes if your eyes are closed, and feel free to do this practice several times throughout the day. Okay, we can, lose our center. We can get very reactive when we feel ungrounded or unstable. So it's an invitation to just simply remember to come back to yourself. And something I want to be really clear about, this is just coming up right now to share with you, is that not all reactivity is bad, right? Like oftentimes we're taught that if you're upset, that means something inside of you needs to be healed. If you are reactive, that means you're not conscious in that moment. Definitely, that can be the case. And sometimes our anger is really justified, right? Our anger needs to be expressed when there is maybe a sense of injustice happening, and you need to speak your truth, or you need to speak up in that moment. You need to stand up for yourself, right? So it's an invitation to be authentic in the process and have that discernment. Is this reactivity coming up because I feel triggered and my old wounds are coming up and I need to just take some time for myself and sort of even love on myself right now, have compassion for myself, and then really kind of show up in the situation in the way that I need to. And sometimes we don't have that time and space, and we need to really show up. We need to really speak up. We need to take action and that we feel called to take. And it's really coming from a place of consciousness. It's not like an unconscious part of us acting out, but it's a conscious part of us that is reacting, quote unquote, responding in that situation. And it's an authentic response that actually needs to happen. So we don't need to shut it down. We don't need to process more stuff. Especially for women, our anger does help us to be in our power. So if there is anger coming up and it's something that you need to be actually practicing doing more of in your relationships and maybe even in public, you have that permission. Not that you need my permission, but I just invite you to really practice having that discernment for yourself and using your own authority and your own inner guidance in really knowing what it is that you need in that moment. Okay, hope this helps, and if you have questions, let me know. If you want to subscribe to my channel, feel free to do that. There'll be a link to my newsletter as well, so if you want to receive practices, inspiration, offerings that I currently have available to the public, feel free to find the links. I'll be attaching them somewhere around this video. All right, take care of yourself and bye for now.